Welcome, Climate Viewers. This is Jim Lee from ClimateViewer News at ClimateViewer.com, ClimateViewer.org, and WeatherModificationHistory.com. Trying out some new settings. Want to see how this works out. Basically, I've upgraded my setup. I want to make sure everything's working just fine. And I want to test out the new call-in number. So if anybody would like to call in, please feel free to interrupt me at any point during this. And we'll give that a shot. I think that everything should work fine this time. So we'll see about that. Let me make sure that I have that in here. Yeah, it looks like it is. So we're good to go. So, all right, well, here's the new deal. I am going to be transitioning to my other channel. It's youtube.com/ClimateViewer or youtube.com/user/ClimateViewer. If you guys want to check that out. In fact, I forgot to update the picture, so let me do that real quick. Pause with me for a second. Let me change this picture, and there we go. So bam, there we go. So this is the new channel. I've had this channel for quite some time, been meaning to use it. A lot of people have trouble finding me on YouTube, so it's been kind of a pain in the butt. And what I want to do is kind of have a start from scratch point. Because, you know, I got a lot of new, viewers who haven't seen my old stuff, and I've been doing it for so long on this channel that I really want to, have a new platform. And plus this channel kind of works as a backup channel anyway when I transition to the new channel. So, the plan is, generally speaking, to, when I go to the new channel, to basically, be a little more professional. So we're gonna kind of start from scratch, and that way, basically, it's gonna make it easier for me to, kind of give everybody a starting point, because I understand that my websites are a little overwhelming at times, and a lot of people haven't seen all of the old videos. So what I'm going to be doing is pretty much simplifying a lot of the information that I have. You can check out, this is the Climate Viewer channel. As you can see, I've done a little updating to my broadcasting equipment and my broadcast stuff. But regardless, this is the Climate Viewer channel at user/ClimateViewer. Already 800 subscribers on there. Like I said, this channel's been around for better part of 5 years. I have not made use of it. I intend to make use of it. So I really hope that the people watching this will jump over there and subscribe to that channel. Hit the bell. I will be using that. I'm sure I'll get a notice when I switch RTV. Yeah, maybe that's the other thing. Maybe I won't be as censored on the new channel, which would be very nice, because I'm going to be doing different content. And I think that I have a lot of videos. I'm getting a warning that the stream health is not good. So, are you guys getting this spinning thing? I'm trying to do this at 60 frames per second. So that's one of the reasons I'm testing this out today. So, if anybody sees any in chat, if you're seeing the little spinning dial, let me know. But, so far so good. But yeah, that's kind of the idea, is that I'm going to have a, start from scratch kind of thing, where we start from the beginning. What is geoengineering? what are chemtrails, what's HARP all about. I have a ton of interviews lined up with some pretty important scientists, you know, like Chris Fallon, the director of HARP, the people from weathergenerator.net, the chief scientist from them, chief scientist from Climate Control Global Trading LLC. They got a interview lined up. A couple more that I'm going to keep a secret because they're going to be pretty epic. But regardless, I got a lot coming up, and I want to kind of introduce a new level of professionalism to all of that. So, you know, like I said, it's going to behoove me to, you know, really, you know, just have a fresh start. And Rick Clark says he's lagging behind badly, so I don't know. Let's see, what's my usage here? I'm getting drop frames 4.8%. Well, there you go. My kilobytes is at 8 megabyte per second usage. So maybe I'll have to drop it back to 30 frames per second, but we'll keep an eye on that. So just wanted to see how this works out at 60 frames per second. Can my internet keep up with that? It's going to be kind of tough, but you never know. You know, until you try. So let's take a look and let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna move this thing around kind of quickly. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Vance. Been doing some work on it, bro, man. Changed the little ticker at the bottom. Did some graphics work. Got this nice little overlay of me so you guys can see me in my silly mug while I'm looking at stuff. But, you know, while we're at it, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is, you know, I plan on doing a weekly call-in show on Sundays. You know, the call-in number was just up on the screen. Anybody can feel free to call in at any time on that. And let's see. I'm going to be doing like a daily report thing where I actually go through and I use ClimateViewer to show things like the air quality for today, you know, what things are looking like, track fires, all of that sort of stuff. You know, what's the latest earthquakes, volcanic activity, all of that sort of stuff. So that, you know, probably do those, like, I'm hoping to do it, you know, every evening, you know, but we'll see how that works out. Right now I'm still getting dentistry finished up. So my teeth should be all straight, in the next week or so, or the next 3 weeks. And, of course it's going to take, do I have a map on where methane is? I'm going to add that. Right now I do have atmospheric gases under NASA Gibbs, so you can check in there. And there's carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, let's see, nitric acid, nitrous oxide, ozone. Let's see what this is, carbon monoxide. Let's see, I do need a methane monitor. I will put one in there because we do need a methane monitor. So we'll look at that. We'll look into that. But, you know, the easiest way to do that is to just go to show all and go into the search bar box and type in methane. And let's see what we come up with. All we have is my methane release map. So yeah, I'm going to need to add one of those in there. You guys probably can't see that because of the overlays, but you know, right now there's only one map for methane. So yeah, I'll work on that good call. I'll add that in, Patty. Thank you, Patty Fletcher, for that question. But what I focus on in this methane map that I created is large methane releases that have previously happened. Yeah, nitrous oxide, laughing gas. That's right. Why the new channel? Well, you know, there's Jim Lee, the comic artist, which is, you know, if anybody goes and searches on YouTube, what they end up finding is, hey, I'm finding this artist. I'm not finding Jim Lee, the ClimateViewer Guy. And, you know, my old URL, I can't change it. And it's R3ZNAD back from when I was Resonated and nobody knew my name. You know, I didn't put my name out there. I was anonymous. I didn't show my face on videos or anything like that. So it kind of seems like it's about time that I, you know, switch to the ClimateViewer channel. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/ClimateViewer. On Twitter, it's twitter.com/ClimateViewer. So on YouTube, it'll be youtube.com/user/ClimateViewer. It only makes sense to me. It's something that I've been meaning to do for quite some time, and I intend on using that as my main channel. There may, you know, I may end up mirroring some of the videos to my old channel, just so they're as a backup. But basically, you know, like the channel I'm on right now, the channel you're watching this on, has always been my personal channel. And it's basically where I can go and I can say whatever the fuck I feel like saying. But on the new channel, I'm going to try to be a little more professional. That's where all of the scientists are going to show up. And you're not going to hear me dropping F-bombs, things like that. And, you know, I want to promote ClimateViewer 3D as well. So, yeah, it's the 367 band. Coco's talking about ship tracks. And if you want to see the ship tracks live, you can come to NASA Gibbs Satellites, go to Visual, and let me get methane out of the search box. And come down here, and you'll see it's the red one right here. So if you turn on Visual, or wait, is that the right one? Yes, it is. What you're going to see is, why is this showing? That's not right. That's the correct. Okay, that's 721 band. This is Visual. So you come in here. Looks like some ship track action right there. Kind of hard to see. But when you turn the 367 band on, they magically appear. And you can see through the cloud. So there they are. And you can actually, if you go and you scroll back up here to active maps and you tone down that 367 band, what you're going to see is, look, this is what it looks like when you look at it visually. And this is what it looks like with the magic ship track highlighter. Pretty neat little feature there. You know, take it for what you see. But go back a day, I can do that too. So yesterday they were pretty bad. So let me do that here, and I'll do it on the other one. So back on the 23rd. And where are we? Let me go. Where did I see it at? Or was it the day before yesterday? I'm not seeing them. Where were you talking about? This is the day before yesterday. Pretty sure. Yep, there they are. Let me go here. Yeah. Look at that. Let me close this out. So that's nastiness. Look right there. That's pretty darn nasty. But that's what we're talking about with ship tracks. yeah, they make your, these ain't your granddaddy's chemtrails. These are hundreds of miles long. Oh, Mike's live right now. There goes half my audience. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Please subscribe to the new channel. I'm going to be updating the website and everything with that information. So basically, coming soon, I'm going to, start using the new ClimateViewer channel. I hope that you guys will subscribe over there. I'm going to be doing, going through the daily stuff, doing some live monitoring, somewhat similar to what Mike's doing, but, with a little bit, more of, my version of things. But using ClimateViewer 3D and the Earth Monitor and the pop-ups and everything like that. And then, doing, basically like having a regular show where I do some news up front, do some live video of, the current situation around the globe. And, then do a little bit of weather modification history at the end, like pick an article or something out of there and break it down for people so that, it's a little bit of everything. So please, guys, go to the new old ClimateViewer channel. It'll be easier to find. And, that way, when I've got everything ready to go, you're going to notice the big difference. And it's going to be pretty epic. I'm looking forward to it. I just set all this stuff up for 60 frames per second. It looks like it worked out pretty well. I'm not seeing right now drop frames 1.9%. That's, I still don't want to drop frames, but overall this seems like a success. And it's a little quicker when I move it, whenever I'm over here on the desktop and scrolling this thing around. I want it to be quick, so you guys can see what I'm looking at, and I'm popping up, the latest earthquakes and stuff, or volcanic activity from around the globe. Oh, I don't know how to do that. That you guys can see all that. So that's what I'm going to be doing is basically, doing a live video show where I, news, live monitoring, and some history, all one show, and then every Sunday doing a call-in show. So look forward to that. The call-in show will probably be on this channel because it probably could get a little bit hairy at times. I had a guy who literally called in and all he said was N-word, 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 4chan, N-word, 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 4channel. But I was already, had cut the live stream off, so I was like, dude, you're not even live, you're late. Furthermore, I was on 4chan before you were born. You sound like you're 12. But hey, that's the risk you take whenever you're live and you have a call-in show. So we'll see how that works out. But regardless, I'd like to answer some of the questions that people, constantly. I get phone calls all the time. I had to change my cell phone number just because of how many people, felt the need to call me on a daily basis, to ask me personal questions about, geoengineering and HARP and, mind control weapons and EMF and 5G and all this stuff. Oh yeah. For those who want to check it out, the Conspiracy Farm. Hold on a second, I'm spelling it wrong. I will be live on the Conspiracy Farm channel. Going to be doing a podcast with them next week. So check them out on SoundCloud. I got an interview scheduled for Monday. So check that out. Pretty epic, podcast over there. So I'm looking forward to that. Apparently one of the co-hosts was a UFC guy. That'll be fun. I love talking about fighting. I've done plenty of fighting myself. But But, you know, and I love their G.I. Joe logo. You guys know how I say knowing is half the battle all the time. So we ought to hit it off pretty cool. They got an awesome logo too, by the way. But, you know, I've got a bunch of interviews lined up, and I'm trying to stall out these scientists until I get my teeth fixed, because it's almost done. But, you know, lots of things coming. Stay tuned to this channel, but please subscribe to the new channel, because all the very serious stuff that I'm going to be doing to try to get NMOD, AA, the Environmental Modification Accountability Act, a reality, it's going to happen over there on that channel. That's where I'm going to be interviewing the scientists and things like that. And, you know, there will still be lulls on this channel. Of course, the ClimateViewer channel is linked on my main channel. So if you haven't seen it already, it is right here on the sidebar for my faves. So you can simply click that. And don't forget to subscribe to weathermodificationhistory.com. I've got Mike Morales on here, who is live right now if you guys haven't checked him out. And then Adapt 2030, David Debunking, talking about the, you know, coming ice age and how, you know, basically global warming is a sham. Quite frankly, I've been on his show many times recently. I'm going to be doing an interview with him soon. Grimerica, I had a scheduled interview with them right before I broke my tooth. Joe Rogan would never let me on his show because he won't allow the truth about weather modification, geoengineering, or chemtrails on it, just like Alex Jones never would. But yeah, if you guys can pressure Joe Rogan into going on to having me on, I will blow his freaking mind. And that goes for anybody with a prominent channel. I've reached out to all of them with very little success. But, you know, things like Lionel Nation and the Corbett Report, and I don't know, man. Just not that big a fish yet, but that doesn't mean I won't grow. And, you know, I'm going to continue at this until everybody in the world knows the truth about weather modification history, geoengineering, and the whole shenanigans that goes along with it. So, yes, I need to get my ham radio ticket, Radical Ralph Russo. I'm working on it, bro, man. I got a lot of things going on right now. Let me make you a moderator, by the way. Boom. Moderated. But, you know, guys, I love you. Mean it. I hope you guys will subscribe to the new channel, the new old channel, because that's where I'm going to be doing all the science stuff. You know, at least talking to the scientists. If you guys haven't checked out the last interview I did with a scientist, it was right here with David Miles. These guys from weathergenerator.net, you know, actually commented over here, and you know, they reached out to me, Magnetic Technologies LLC, and, you know, they immediately emailed me and want to do an interview, so I will be having an interview with them as well. You know, lots to come. I want to talk directly to the scientists. I don't want to talk to any more conspiratards. I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to get the facts straight from the horse's mouth, and, you know, give them a little pushback, because they're not going to be able to bullshit me. I know the history. I know the terminology. I know what you did last summer. So that's the plan. The plan is to, you know, basically get more involved with, you know, trying to pressure senators, pressure the State Department, interview scientists, get them on the record, you know, because, I mean, nobody else is going to do that. They're going to tell you that planes don't even fly on jet fuel, and the earth is flat, and, you know, everything's a Luciferian or Masonic, Jesuit, you know, whatever. I mean, it's freaking insanity land out here on YouTube. And, you know, I want to try to move this ball forward, and I'm going to lead by example. So that's my plans, is to do that. And I hope that you guys will continue to support my work. You can do that by going to patreon.com/ClimateViewer or giving a one-time donation on PayPal or GoFundMe. I would greatly appreciate that. Everything I'm doing is free of charge. You know, while raising a 2-year-old, a 9-year-old, and taking care of my beautiful wife of 19 years. So your funds definitely help out. Please subscribe to the new channel. I've updated the thing, and the old channel. If you never knew the username for the channel you're looking at right now, it's spelled R3ZN8D, because I had originally REZN8D and lost the damn password for it and never could log back into it. So that's why I got stuck with my alternative nickname. But regardless, I used to be at resonated.net and resonated.com, and that's why this channel is, you know, there you go. Thank you. I've been tweeting about this. From what I learned from Dane Wigington, I don't like his Trump bashing. What I don't like about Dane Wigington is a lot of things, but Trump bashing is the least of my worries. You know, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And he is our president, and he is, you know, doing his thing, and I love him because he is the chief of trolls. Nobody trolls the media better than Donald Trump. So, if nothing else, I voted for a human hand grenade, and that's exactly what I got. Because I absolutely hate the way our government runs, and he is up there busting shit up on a daily basis. But my main issue with Dane Wigington is that he pushes the whole global anthropogenic, global warming, Agenda 2030, Agenda 21, Arctic methane emergency group. You know, even though he says that he's denounced, you know, the AMEG's call for geoengineering, he believes that methane is going to kill everybody on the planet. And he says that geoengineering is already happening, and therefore, what's going to save us from methane? You do the math. Geoengineering. So it's my personal opinion that he is a normalizer and a fear porn artist and a plagiarist, because most of the material on his website is either plagiarized or just incorrect. Dane Wigington has been debunked so many times by so many different people for just outright editing images, using bullshit images that he knows to be false. You know, like flight testing videos where they have the smoke trailers on the, you know, tips of the wings and stuff. You know where you got that photo from. Don't be stupid. Don't play like you didn't know. So his active deception is part of the biggest problem with the entire chemtrail community. And, you know, him claiming that he has a lawsuit against the government for chemtrails is laughable at best, is a crying shame at worst, because he's given a whole lot of people false hope. I'm talking about Dane Wigington. It was brought up in chat. So, you know, if you bring it up in chat, I'm going to bring it up. But, I mean, every word out of his mouth is like watching CNN. It's doom. It's AOC. We're all going to die in 10 years. The poles are all going to melt. Methane is going to kill everybody. You know, I'm not with that negativity and fear porn. So that's, you know, hey, if I was with that fear porn, I'd have 150,000 subscribers, you know, in a week or two. But the fact is that we're going to stick to the facts on this channel. And that's the way I'm always going to be. I'm always going to shoot you straight. That's part of the reason I want to do a call-in show every Sunday so that you can, you know, directly talk to me. You know, we can have a discussion about it. We can agree to disagree. But I'm not going to, you know, let people come on the show and just spew propaganda without, you know, giving some facts. And that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's always going to be. This is a bullshit free zone. This is a fear porn free zone. And it's going to continue to be that way. WeatherModificationHistory.com has been cited by governments around the world. My research on weather modification was taught at Harvard University by the United Nations Environmental Program. My timeline was ripped off and presented as his own by Dr. Will Burns from the American University at the DC Geoengineering Consortium, which is now known as the Forum for Climate Engineering Assessment. My nuclear explosion map was featured at the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty Organization. I could go on for an hour bragging about my, you know, how my shit don't stink, but I dare you to go find one video debunking a Jim Lee or ClimateViewer article or video where it was not either corrected or, you know, just there are none. I mean, if somebody were debunking my shit, I'd be the first to know. And nobody is debunking anything I'm saying. In fact, I've gone to the debunkers. I've challenged them multiple times. You know, I say, you know, put up or shut up. You know, if you believe I'm so full of shit, come live here on this YouTube channel and we'll have a debate. You can bring a moderator. I don't care. I've only had one person ever agree to debate, and it was like a heavyweight beating up a, you know, a world champ heavyweight beating up a 6-year-old. It was pathetic. I mean, he came so ill prepared. I didn't even have to use half of the stuff I'd written down about him. But regardless, he's from a group called Chemtrails Are Killing Us, and they gang stalk 16-year-olds on Facebook and hijack Facebook pages. But regardless, you know, these people, you know, with their sock puppets and their fake accounts, you can't come on my show and use your real face and your real voice because, oh, somebody might recognize you. Oh, but you can go harass the hell out of people. Go for it. That's why I challenge anybody talking shit. I say, call me. Here's my phone number. And I drop my phone number. And then they won't call because then, you know, whenever they go to do it again, I'm going to say the same thing. Call me. And I never forget a voice. I never forget a face. So that shit don't work on me. You know, I will just go ahead and label you as a sock puppet, fake account, run by either a defense contractor or the airline industry or, you know, whoever I'm talking about, because perception management is real. That's why I talk about it on ClimateViewer.com/privacy and ClimateViewer.com/propaganda, because that's what they do. They have their stooges, they have their fake accounts. They, you know, have armies of 30 and 40,000, you know, Twitter accounts to go and, you know, screw with you. My Twitter handle is, I have two, Resonated, and the other one is ClimateViewer. So it's right there. That's my Twitter account. You can check that out. And I'm on Facebook. I'll drop those in there for you guys. But, you know, the Resonated accounts are my personal accounts. That's where I'm going to say, you know, fuck a lot. Or I might, you know, just, you know, be me and just decide to come on and raise hell about something. But the new ClimateViewer channel, I want to keep it very professional. That's the goal there. And, that's where I'm going to be doing all the interviews with the scientists and the stuff that I'm going to be doing in the near future. So please make sure you subscribe over there. I am like right at my limit on bandwidth. Man, this thing going to 60 frames per second really upped my kilobytes per second. Ooh. So I might have to kick that thing back down to 30. We'll have to see, because either that or I can go get I can upgrade my internet, go from 10 megabit per second upload to 100, and then we won't have an issue. I might have to talk to my wife about that. That might be a little more expensive, but regardless, love you guys. I mean it. I hope that you guys will check out, ClimateViewer.com. ClimateViewer.org is ClimateViewer Maps now. It's got completely redone from scratch. And WeatherModificationHistory.com. World's most accurate and comprehensive website on the topic. I am working on the patent list that I originally did. It's going to be new. It's going to be categorized. So there will be, say a section that's specifically donated or dedicated to cloud seeding and weather modification. There will be a separate section on geoengineering patents, and there will be a special section on jet engines, jet fuel, and geoengineering of that sort, because we found a whole bunch of them that you're going to freak out over, from like Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Airbus, Rolls-Royce, and they literally talk about how they can control creating clouds, and it's straight from the people making the jet engines. So expect a big video presentation on that in the near future. I'm going to be doing more of the presentations, the PowerPoint presentations in the near future. Just kind of taking a break right now, polishing up some of the website stuff, and, taking a break while I get all this dentistry done, because it's been painful. I went to the dentist today. I just got the feeling back in my face a couple hours ago, but I've completed all of my oral surgery, and the only thing that's left is to get my partials, and I'm going to be cheesing out like a Cheshire cat after that. So, guys, I think this has been a pretty successful test. Looks like everything worked okay. And, please check out the new channel. Where were we? It's not that one. It's not that one. I've already closed it out. It's over here. I think it's still here. ClimateViewer channel only has 800 subscribers right now. But, get by with a little help from my friends. My Facebook pages. I can drop those real quick. 1 second. Like me on Facebook. There's the ClimateViewer channel, and here is my personal Facebook channel. And that's not it. There you go. Just like my Twitter, Resonated, REZN8D, been my nickname for a long time. Back when people were trying to dox me on the regular, you wouldn't believe all the people they thought I was, and they all failed. And then finally I just said, you know what, I'm going to put my real name, phone number, and address on my website, and you can see all of that right here. Go to ClimateViewer.com. All the stuff's at the top right here. YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Scribd, and LinkedIn. So right there, and then over on the other side, you can email me about me. Join our chat room. We have a Discord chat. The map is ClimateViewer.org. The timeline is WeatherModificationHistory.com. And all of the information on geoengineering, HARP, and chemtrails are in the drop downs on these: pollution, nuclear pollution, electromagnetic. So these are two different types of radiation. You know, and then I got an EMF section also. You know, so if you're looking for stuff on why 5G matters, these are fact pages, so they're frequently asked questions. Go to them, hit the drop down boxes. Why does EMF affect me? Things like that. If you've never been to ClimateViewer.com, you're missing out. And then the privacy and the propaganda pages are here. All of my interviews, previous and planned, are here. So you can check out the Quite Frankly podcast, me on Ground Zero with Clyde Lewis, a whole bunch of different interviews I've done. As many as I could find. There's been way more than this. But, you know, I just recently put the page up maybe half a year ago, and then I was trying to go back into the past and find, you know, like all of the stuff that I've done. Like I was on with John B. Wells in 2016. You know, there's many, many more that are not in this list, but I've been keeping it up pretty regularly recently. So if you want to see some interviews on other channels, check that out. Hours and hours of stuff there. And the Discord chat and link if you guys want to join and this is all in the details of the video as well, but there's the invite to our Discord chat, and I'm usually in there, and basically, you know, whatever I'm coding on the website, I'm usually in there. So man, a lot to cover, a lot of stuff coming in the near future, and I hope that you guys will tune in for it. So I'm going to call this a night. I just wanted to give this a test. I set up my GoPro as my webcam. That was an interesting process in and of itself. Getting a, you know, video capture card set up and all that stuff, and the new overlays and all of that junk. And, you know, we'll be doing the call-in show on Sunday, and I hope to have that scheduled so that, you know, we can have plenty of people call in. I want the entire show to be call-ins, so we can get some questions answered, you know. I like an open discussion. I don't want to sit here and just monologue unless, you know, I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation, or, you know, like I've got something lengthy written up. But, you know, that's just the way it's going to be. So, love you guys, mean it, and knowing is half the battle, and with information comes power. With power comes great responsibility. So, please use all of this open source information that I have provided for you today to attack ideas, not people. Love you, mean it, stay safe out there.
Kids are impressionable. That's why here at this station, we watch the programs and commercials your child watches carefully. He may see bad guys, but not in the role of heroes. And he'll learn that crime doesn't pay. Because your child's welfare is our concern, too. That's part of our code.
Better than anything you can get without a prescription. Anything. It's the best.